Hello, bonjour. My name is Marie Flacassier and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of BeatBabel in San Diego, California. I'm also on the board of directors of the Globalization and Localization Association. And I'm here today to welcome all of you to this day of learning, sharing, talking with some women in technology, some of my peers, some colleagues. And one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is the role of technology in our industry. I work in the language industry, and what does that mean? That means that we help international companies sell their product into the global market. And in turns, that means that basically we're into the business of global communication. So, for you, to give you practical examples, I'm pretty sure that all of you right now have a smartphone in their pockets, or maybe a tablet at home, or a laptop that you use every day. And most of those products were probably built in Asia somewhere. And you're using it in your language, in Hungarian. I'm using them in English, sometimes in French, because that's where I'm from. And if you look at all the apps we have on our cell phones, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they've all been localized and translated into 25 languages for Instagram, more than 100 languages for Facebook. So we do use languages every day without even realizing it. Another example that I want to give you, television. Nowadays we're all streaming, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and we're doing that without even realizing sometimes that we're streaming a show that was made in the US, made in India, made in Europe. We have subtitles, voiceover, dubbing, and to give you an example of something that was just a big buzz here in our office, we had the launch of the last season of Game of Thrones last week. And I think they released it internationally and into about 170 countries at the same time. So you can imagine the work that went into it from a technology standpoint, from a linguistic standpoint, to have this global release of a product that reaches all of us at the same time. So basically, technology is an element of our everyday life. And with the global world, so is language. In our company, we use technologies on a daily basis, whether it's a translation memory system like memoQ, or some of the design tools like Adobe Creative Suite, or multimedia tools, or engineering tools. I don't know one person in our company that's not on the computer all day long, trying new things with new tools and spending a lot of time basically developing themselves and learning more about this AI world that we're entering. So hopefully you'll be experiencing some of this today and meeting with the people that use those tools and see that in our industry, technology is at the core of everything we do. Another thing that I wanted to share with you today as well is a little bit from my personal story. I come from France. I was born in a small village in the middle of nowhere, if you ask me. And here I am today in a big city in California, and I'm the co-founder of a company that has international reach, that has multicultural employees, that works with people all over the world. And I think that if you had told me when I was younger that one day I would be where I'm at, I wouldn't have believed you. I don't think that was possible. But there are three things that really helped me get where I'm at, and those are the things I wanted to share with you today. The first one is be passionate. Find a passion, a purpose, hang on to it. It will inspire you, motivate you, and get you going through your career, your life, and it will be really helpful through tough times, because there will be times where you may fail and you may have a hard time and you may doubt yourself. And so that's another thing that I've learned is don't give up. You will be facing challenges in your professional life, in your personal life, and keep going. Every failure is a learning experience. Just don't throw the towel because things don't work out the first time. Sometimes they take several attempts, and I have rarely seen something that works on the first try. So just keep doing what you're doing and keep pushing yourself, and eventually you'll get there. It does take time, it does take some failure, but you will get to success by just pushing through. And don't forget that throughout everything you do, you want to be persistent and you want to work hard. And that's kind of the one thing that was important in my personal life and in my career. Nothing happens without work. You have to study hard and work hard and be persistent in everything you do, and basically rise to the challenges. The more you work on something, the better you'll become at it, and the more likely you will be to succeed. I'd like to share a story. One of my mentors in the past, he liked to quote Master Yoda from Star Wars, and he kept telling me, do or do not, there is no try. And that sums it up really well, because if you keep working hard at what you do, you will succeed. And it is so much more powerful to accomplish something when you've put everything you've got, and it will be the greatest reward in your career and in your personal life. So I just wanted to share some of those things with you. And I do hope that you have a wonderful day and you learn a lot through talking to different people. And I wanted to also thank memoQ for having us say a little speech today and talk to the hopefully future leaders of our world. And have fun, enjoy yourself, and have a wonderful day.